let's talk about sales, scaling, and the power of subtraction. There is so much going on in the world, and actually less is so much more. What happens when we start out is that we are just doing things and wanting to add things to our plate. It's just a constant. Let's do more social media. Let's post more times a day. Let's book more people into our program. Let's add more stuff into our offers. Let's actually do more and do more. And what winds up happening is that we start to chip away at our own, what I call winning formula, your own genius zone, that area of brilliance, your gift. Because as we add more and more, it starts to be counterproductive. And we start to actually think, man, is what I'm doing even of value? And that value starts to cannibalize on itself and diminish. And so as you start to grow your business, it's one thing, right? You want your brand to be out there, and it's important to be seen, to market yourself, because that's how you're going to get found, acquire clients, and make money. But as your business becomes more established, you really want to get out of the doing constantly. And instead, you want to start to simplify. You want to simplify the systems, the processes, the sales, everything that you're doing in order to grow and scale. And so it's interesting because less really is more, right? I see so many business owners and entrepreneurs, and you may have a great program or a service, and all of a sudden, by adding things into your business, you start to create complication. And the more complex, the more difficult it is, and pretty soon, you just feel like you're so stressed out and you're just going to implode. And so really, it's not about adding more. It really is about subtracting. It really is about picking the most important pieces that you can deliver to your clients so that they can see, oh, this is how you can help me, right? This is how I can solve my problem. This is how, I can create the transformation in my life and the result that I want and make the pain go away when I work with this person, because you haven't overcomplicated and overbloated your business. On the flip side of that, for you, you probably got, you probably signed up for your business, right? You had this vision, this idea, and you really wanted to make a difference for other people, right? Make an impact, make more money, have the freedom. And perhaps you're in a place where it's like, man, what happened to my business? What I used to be in love with all of a sudden has just grown into this complicated monster. And that's where revenue starts to dip. And then it creates a vicious cycle where you slip out of the high value selling cycles and into this low vibration of just operation, right? And that starts to create fear and doubt, and your confidence just starts to chip away. And it's all because the business has been overcomplicated, right? And so I really encourage you to take a firm look and say, what is it in the bare minimum that I need to do from an impactful place, not from a lazy or a sloppy place, but really from a place of, if I provide these things, is it enough to get these results? And then as you start to feel like you want to add in other things, because look, I've done that as well, and it doesn't always serve you, and it certainly doesn't serve the client. So as you start to add these things in, ask yourself, what is the impact of this thing that I'm adding in? Is it really going to make a difference in the lift that they're going to get in their business, in their life, or is it just more stuff? And if it's more stuff, that's what's called bloating, right? You're just adding unnecessary things. And it's time to step back, take a deep breath, and really follow your path. It doesn't matter how fast you go. It doesn't matter how slow you go. What matters is that you can step back and ask yourself, what can I take away? What can I remove so that my clients have the fastest path to their success, right? The whole key is that when you subtract, you can shorten the distance of suffer for yourself, and you can shorten that distance of suffer for your clients. It's so key, right? And so we come from oftentimes this hustle. If you've worked in a company or you've worked for an employer where it's, the 9 to 5, you have to hustle, you have to get things done, you're getting the salary, you're punching the clock. And as you move into being an entrepreneur, from employee to entrepreneur, the thought of subtraction or less is more actually sometimes doesn't compute, right? It can make you feel like, wow, if I do less, is it enough? And I can guarantee you that the answer is yes. So simplify it to profit, simplify your business, and candidly take a look at your own life. Where have you, added complication into your life as well? Because if you constantly are out and you're, out to dinner or out with friends or just taking a walk or doing something, and you constantly feel like you have to document that for social media or take this opportunity to shoot a live or, constantly be in business mode, where have you complicated your life? Well, you can't just relax, ease into it, and enjoy the journey along the way, because that's what you got into business for in the first place, right? To make more money, to have more impact with total freedom. So remember the law of subtraction, and less is more.